Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This will be the first video I'll be making. I'll be focusing on engineering drawing in this video and how we can make it easier. So I'm going to show you how you can imagine the question so that it is not hard for you later. I've seen so many students having problem with this. This is why I am making this video today. So let's take a look at this question. It says a triangular prism with side of base 35 mm. Now we are going to be taking step by step so it doesn't get complex. So first thing first, we create our triangle. So this is our triangle. Now we're saying that it has a base of side 35 mm. I want you to treat all of this units here. It is in meter, but I want you to treat it as centimeter. So wherever you see meter, I want to treat it as centimeter. So we have 3.5 meter, but I'm saying centimeter. So, and you know that 1 centimeter is 10 mm. So here we have it. Now we have our triangle. That is our base. That has a side of 35 mm. I know your base is what defines the prism. You can have a square prism. The base is square. That's why it is called a square prism. This one is the base is triangle. That's why it's called a triangular prism. So your base is what defines the prism. Now I'm saying and axis 15 mm long. Now yeah, I'll probably think what is an axis. This is why I'm using this software. You see this red line going through the center of the object is the axis. This red line here, this is the axis. So the axis is the straight red line going through the center perpendicular to the shape. So you're saying that it is 50 mm long through the axis. So remember I told you that you should treat this as centimeter. So 5 centimeter is 50 mm. There we have it. And as simple as that, we have our shape. But first thing first, I want us to create the horizontal plane and the vertical plane so that we will not have, so I'll be able to show you very well. You understand? So this is our horizontal plane, and I want you to know something. The vertical plane is not by the sides, it is at the back of the object. You are looking at the object from the front like this. The vertical plane is here. It is here. It is not by the side. So let me create the vertical plane too. We just duplicate this, rotate it in the y-axis, then grab it up, then shift it back a bit, and there we have it. But we cannot see the question again. So this is our shape with the vertical plane, let me name it, and the horizontal plane. There we have it. And this is the object. This is our triangular prism. Let me just say prism. So there we have it. Let's continue with the question. The question says the base is resting on the horizontal plane. The base is resting on the horizontal plane. So this is the base. This triangle here is the base. You see, the triangle is the base. These rectangles here, these are the faces. They are not the base, but the triangle that's the base. If it is a square prism, it is the square that's the base. But these sides here, they are the faces, they are not the base. Now we're saying that this base here, it is resting on the horizontal plane. So we have to make it rest on the horizontal plane, obviously. You have to make it rest on the horizontal plane. So we grab this and make it rest on the horizontal plane. So our base, our prism is resting on the horizontal plane with its base, the triangle shape. Remember I told you the triangle shape. So now we have our triangle resting on our triangle prism resting on the vertical, on the horizontal plane. Now let's continue the question. Draw the projection of the prism when one of its rectangular faces. Remember I showed you what a face is. So remember the faces I showed you. It's saying that the rectangular face is perpendicular to the vertical plane. Now let me show you something so you don't get confused. You may already know it, but I want to make sure you know it. This is parallel. This is parallel. And this is perpendicular. Please don't confuse parallel with perpendicular. Parallel is double straight line and perpendicular is two lines with the other line at angle 90 to the other line. So knowing that this is our object, let me turn on the vertical projection back. This is our object. So it's saying that the triangle, it is perpendicular to the vertical plane. And you know that when you say something is perpendicular, it's like T, like a T junction, like this. It is touching, it is perpendicular to the vertical plane. It is not something like this. Rotate. It's not something like this, it's not something like this, it's not something like this. They are telling you it is perpendicular like it to the vertical plane. Let's continue. Now I say that, and the nearest edge parallel to the vertical plane is 10 millimeter from it. Now there are two keywords here: nearest and parallel. Nearest and parallel to the vertical plane. Let me remove this horizontal plane and the vertical plane. So this here is an edge. This is an edge. This is an edge. This is also an edge. This is also an edge. This one is an edge. This one is an edge. Now we're saying parallel. Out of all of these edges, there are only three that are parallel to the vertical plane. If you are going to see it very well, coming 1, 2, 3. You can see parallel. I said it's two double straight lines parallel to each other. Sorry, I'm using parallel again. So it is not these ones here. They are not the edges they are talking about. They are talking about 1, 2, 3. But I told you the second keyword is nearest. In these three, only one is nearest. This one here. This one here. And it's saying that it's 10 millimeter away from it. It is not close. It is 10 millimeter away from it. So let's make it 10 millimeter away. So I will just add one here. Now it is 10 millimeter away from it, and we are done. We are done with the question. It's not something hard. Let me move the planes because that's just for imaginary purposes. We are done with it. This is the shape. This is the prism. We are done with it. Now they will say you should draw the front projection. This is it. They say you should draw the plank projection. They say you should draw the side projection. It's not something that is hard. So I hope you understand. And in the next video, I'll be drawing this on paper. I'll be showing you how to draw it on paper. So you can go and practice yourself. You can try and practice some questions yourself. If you want more deep breakdowns like this, please subscribe, like, share, and comment so I can know. Thank you. Bye-bye.